Boshima Manonsia abo ye mamunyina muadwo. Yabo bonsem bia no free Sompa de baba somo senreno sia kase bona kase boy free ha. Abatwa no wona fa ba fontinta fidie no so. www.sompaonline.com. Afei Facebook ni ya Sompa 93.1 and na YouTube no aya Sompa TV. Anansa modo ade bone yedum akoti no bi eni. Wapanye pabe di atoma panye na dako akufo ado anim. Saso obetumi agyadin pa wo hono mu a afia bato no ebeka ho bi pa. Afei kanema panye ye Rajon Dramani Mahamanso ade ato dwase ye bon kwankyere ne akwa ma Ghana. Yenyina mahoɔden aso ya no anyame no kwasɛm ni eka twetwere die ya esumuonom no enye asemkuma ranking member Adema Bejoku a ahwo fam magudie ho samso awomrahye ye Rajon Abdullah Jinapo ade atodwa wase God for iron so no abandoned by ni nyame no kwasɛm ni wo ha wodo pinu a wo mu a amaboa Ghana kura afei Austria won ma bie embassy chenchereche won kramantamu ye bababoa ama wo ne Ghana nkitawodie no enioma atumi agina so afei atete se wo ma Ghana America mamu won mo ye hyehyɛ de ama ma Ghana sane ye baya adesuafo ya wo mu opepa se wo to kwan na wokonkrofo ama so kosua de no enioma nyina da betumi awiemu die afei yakɔ atoymantamu a amanboya ensaka chasa forestry commissioner to na moya kasai Ghana for nine bia womna kwatuka so etu galamse no emamra ne won mu dipa san yesa na efata won ne nsema hodo bia dika asade tie o yabobɔ ne nyina no a yade baba sobo san reno siaka sebo yamfa sedama nwumako yi aya 21st clinic was the sciatica expert a faith herbal center what the three capsules so atayachi Mizo and 5G can who be and na express group on so say what they want to kwan I na pesa ko fakoda one more na wonom emo papa when you make wa do a abrapam yabaka won mu nyina ho sempa ade a kyerɛw na me amatena se beken kan sem ye krogyen ade ama wo me din ene akosia agye wa akode boaten afei ansam no ne nkyeremu ankasa enie silencing the guns panyepaya bebre mu hanum sei wada no anasempo wa anam sini Dr. Mohammed IBN Chambers and wade atodwa akyerɛ wasrama panyi nadan kwa akufo ado pa afi abato ya abato no ya abato a nyame no kwasɛm ni so obatumi agyadin pa wom na wode afra konya so afi abato ka ho bi wase Ghana ye oman ba ko pɛ ya na nanom gyeto wode won mu mogya twa so si ebetumi ayebedi ato aso sere ye ba ya sumdue ye wo no yantumi nsa no kura na nsi eba nam abato so na de watin wakam ba wi akere ne akamogya to agu e wo magane mu a enya de bebo me ya me yasumdue ye hwe no yensa atumi aka wapanyipa kyerɛ mo sɛ wo hwɛ afempem ye ne aduo no 2020 abato ye o magane ye to ye no nyame ye no kwasɛm ni tachema ne fafra mo ye tete pi no awi akere enipa ba senum keka kwa ne wotwe so a wo monam so ehwere wo mo kwa abato ho nti wo se sade ne yakwa ye etwa kase ade ababato Ghana ye so ye asaban wei ware no ansia no kwan no anya dipa ebekwa kwa ha ne ye papa enam so nkyene wo sere mampanyi nado safi abato ye beto no wo so betumi agya dipa na asumdwe ma pa oman ye wo no yetumi ekrakram ye wo de sansem wa nyina to dwa wodwumade sonko bia na ekoso ewo enkramantamu Dr. Mohammed IBN Chambers
by militant groups in Africa. In all of this, our beloved country remains the beacon of hope as we have demonstrated resilience in maintaining a peaceful, stable, young democratic dispensation, a remarkable level of tolerance, social cohesion, and national unity. Election years are often moments that threaten our reputation and exemplary status in Africa and the world at large. This year is no exception. Some will say 2024 is particularly tense, which frankly shouldn't be, as the country is blessed to have two fine gentlemen, two remarkable personalities, indeed two brothers. I almost said two of my brothers, who have each made significant contributions to peace and development in our country, facing off at the presidential election on December 7th. one a former president and the other the incumbent vice president of the republic. It cannot be, it should not be, and it must not be that it will be during their election that Ghana's democracy will suffer a regrettable, violent downturn. To avoid such a regression, allow me to make 3 recommendations, maybe 4. The first will be to His Excellency, Mr. President. With all due respect to Mr. President, the 2024 elections are all about legacy, the President's legacy. And it should not be under the watch of Mr. President with his antecedents in democratic building in this country that Ghana will experience violence and mayhem during its general elections. Please, Mr. President, make it your pledge, your mantra, your cardinal goal to deliver elections in which not a single Ghanaian blood will be shed. 2020 was to some extent a blur on our enviable record in delivering non-violent elections. Let it not be repeated.
No, Panya Pai to us so Musa, Bassa Electoral Commission Pa, Sir Afia Baton, Wama Gidium, and na any him.
Not too late to work to win the trust and confidence of all parties and stakeholders in the electoral process. Specifically, ensuring the publication of polling station results on the website of the Electoral Commission is one measure that will greatly advance and enhance the credibility and transparency of the process. And this will sound like music to some of our partners here who have made this recommendation time and again. My fourth and final.
I was on your turn and can Dr. Mohammed IBN Chambers and your turn and canon. Now, Kanama Pania John Dramani Muhammad Yatuja, I want Cramantemu, and now watch them send Yamiano Quasam Nisawushamwa. Wama Gama and Yama, what dance here, Yano Yatia. And how do our hopa ya and nay, and nam quaswa a begu was a sad year running in no cheremusa and nay. I catch you, dear ya, I made 1 man yasan katwama. Nina mono sankayan and quatia conyasam and penia. Anyadi Quabatana Sayan Shahin, Amasa Kay Atumiam Wamusa, was in nay, Woko ECG Asuya, and the 1 moment sharing what they want sounds so to me. Now so the aqua swan mopan Yamian Quasim Ghana for Yakasa Yatia, Yadiansa Ebeguinti.
Once a beacon of progress, and it can be so again. The challenges we face are significant, but they are not insurmountable. Together we can reset Ghana. Together we can rebuild Ghana's energy sector and put it back in its rightful place as the engine of our economic growth and national development. We can create a 24-hour economy. We can modernize our agriculture and restore Ghana's West Africa energy hub vision that we had. We will ensure transparency and accountability in our energy institutions and ensure that every Ghanaian has access to affordable and reliable power. Corruption and opacity and underhand dealings in the sector will be a thing of the past. Under the Mahama Nana Jane administration, the sector will cease to be a milking cow for a few relatives and cronies of the president and the vice president. Our relatives are not going to be milking the cow. We shall not treat investors in the sector with hostility, as is presently the case, but we will rather welcome them as partners and relate with them based on mutual respect, cooperation, and strict adherence.
Johnny Aten and carry Aya Kanema Panin or John Dramani Mahama. Now, what quamra saber the fear? Abadokoya, one more chef, Mogudio, and some so ranking member Yawatano. Aya on Moya for John Abdullah Janapo. One more cry, I am Rasiba Johnny or Warrior Peg Seguaba Trompa Soso, and what ya to Ja Trasa, so good for Ayos Sanua. aba we betena akonya so de ba ye no se Ghana fo ye ntonyom fra no na ye moye nsam srasra mfama no nyame no kwasem ni wo se ha wo mpa na ene ye yakasa no wo Bank of Ghana won matena ya akatwetwere de ye a esum honom anam sa god for ayon hye hu no aye 1 billion Ghana cedis wo se we no nyina na kwakoyo ha ne adesoa e de aba bato Ghana fo so ye ne mampanya ba de che Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia no kwa de one pa ho asem nka wo se hwasa Ghana fo ebesa to aba ma ne bio
billion debt sitting on the books of Bank of Ghana. President Mama, with the greatest of respect to you, the gold for oil deal is not sustainable. It is not. We've done all the analysis and we've done all the simulation, and we can tell you that it hasn't even met its objective. The currency has depreciated from about 10 to the cedi to the dollar. Today at 16, the 50% supply they promise, they cannot meet it. Inflation is gone through the roof. Monetary policy is gone through the roof. Unemployment is in double digits. Debt to GDP went above 100%, which meant that if we were to sell the whole Ghana, including all of us, we cannot even pay our debts. That is the level of decadence. That is the level of rot. The Bawumia-led economic management team is sunk Ghana. And when we go for international conferences, after you've delivered a speech or session like this, people come to you and they ask, what is happening in Ghana? The international community, they are very concerned about our current state. And a lot of them will tell you that they cannot wait to see the
Abusoni oten nkai aye won monyanfo John Abdullahi Jinapo ana ekasa ye na sebre no Ghana ane Austria wono ato kase ya wo baba hwese aman mienu ntam wono emfama entumi mfamu da biarada enam sayo so ama Austria won mababa bie won embassy ewo enkramantam ye osu ya wo hwa ne mu se wo bafa so na watoto nneoma yi papapa na ebro na wo bia no enkramantam wo no Ora Jackson Alexander na wode atu jakasa ye we Austria Federal Minister na okasa ya wo kyerem se nyame no kwasem ni Austria no ma Ghana won motena se se won baba mankita wodie ye da wo mienu ntam wo no emu atumi atwe na mu amia na sanso ya da ye ni kananye ena asem kra na aka wo bia menei no won baba nya embassy sonko kra wo ma Ghana mu no yade a baba bua ma man mienu enkita wodie sonko ye da won motam ne ayonkofa no emu atumi amia na fe emu ayede.
This partnership is for us essential, and in this, if we look at that, Accra, Ghana is a logical partner. You are a beacon of stability, you're a beacon of democracy. And you mentioned beforehand, when we discussed in our four-eyed meeting, the Russian war of aggression, situation in the Middle East, ECOWAS, international multilateral developments, we have common approaches based on the rule of law, based on international law, based on democracy and common values.
Abusawai aya Ora Jackson Alexander ne yatene kana no wachi no so for ya wo hwema from dwumade won sem so maame oyokoboche won so edekakra etoaso
set the bedrock of our economic relations. However, economic engagements and growth in overall bilateral trade remains low, notwithstanding the many years of cooperation between Ghana and Austria. In this regard, there's a need for increased global collaboration through the fostering of economic linkages and partnerships for growth and development. Ghana hosts the headquarters of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and we hope that your business people will see doing business in Ghana as a stepping stone into the rest of the
Yes, so for ya was Sherman from dwumade won sem so maame Shelia ayokoboche ne yatene kano na America man no womanam siri yo ma Ghana mu aya Virginia Palmer wode atudwa atro se America man wode nsia kantama webo aguso se won bebo Ghana man party chiru ane adesuafo yo wo pepa so betu kwan na wakọ America man ni mu wakọ akosua de enam saya so nche enei won ma pa on your friend education USA college fair enwo entoma ye no babebo pa na abie kwan no de ato ho Ghana ni mapa bia da yo wo pepa na wa kuma pass wo to kwan na so duru mabia aya na visa won sansema kwakwa bibia ho won tumi nkwanko sua de sane ye wo pe no no sa akonya ne nyina no emu betumi ada wo pefe ade amagana de hye no na ebra won monyafre na wo kasa church nsemu ade afa yonkofa ye da Ghana ane America ntam wo se ye be makwan ama de suafo pinu afiri wo mai mu na wo makọ America mamu akwakọ sua de no ansam sei ene wo de tuja.
Ghana has been very successful in sending students to the United States. Ghana is the second largest sender in sub-Saharan Africa. And Ghana is 14th largest sender globally of students to graduate school in the United States. Again, tribute to the fact that Ghana
Awosiana anuachi no ana soafo ya wo show ma Ghana ya ngomasian wonsam so on monyafo say ya wado chuma also to aso ya wado to adesuafo ni nyina nim se we ya akonya kase pa ya abade ma ma Ghana adesuafo nyina danam sonti won rasa won betumi afa sa akonya iso na won makosua de won krofa ma so titiru any America memu.
I want to wish them the best of luck, but America is one of the greatest nations to have higher education in. They will challenge you. They will make you a critical thinker. And I hope that they will come back to Ghana after the education to contribute their quota toward the transformation of the country.
Abosian you turning carry so for your show my Ghana ngomasian wonsam so no monyafo wo say yawo aduchum. Ya kwansan foforo mu ayo mama na nim sam na nsantam wo no oba na sigina ya kase pa. Adia for my Ghana kwa ebretu ne ensu wansu wa. Eno nkwati kwa so na esai e wo my Ghana emu. Enche bia na Ghana ban mampanyi nado wonam saye so epawo abadokuo nipa num ya ene wo ba batena se na wahwa se wo ma Ghana yensu wansu ne yakwa ebretu no a esai ye no ye betumi asia no kwan e wo ma Ghana emu afei wo power srafo ne aposifo dom a wo mo so ne na nam ya wo hwe se nipa bia da ya wonam kwati kwa so se yensu no Ghana mamra ne won mo bedi pa na Nigeria yensa ka chrem se Forestry Commission atu na mo awatoya mantamu Subiri Forest Reserve ya wo no no na won makwa ne namu ya kase wachire nipa no enan ya wonam kwati kwa so atu wo ma Ghana ye fam agudie na wosan so ese yensu na enipa na ya wachire wo mo no aya Inusa Yusuf Isa Sedu Shadrach Yelsen Enafe Emmanuel Adausu womuni nipa nine ya ene Forestry Commission atrose womachire wonum ewo Subiri Forest ye no ewo atoya mantamu na asa nipa nine ya wachire womwei na womunim se bia janka ye manfrafo na Ghana fo bi ni machire wonum kwan ya womunam kwati kwan so se yensu na se wonum nyina ye Ghana de hye ya wom nyina ye mojamono wo mayi mu mabunu a anka won betumi aye adwumaden aye adwumapa na wodi abo my Ghana ana won nam kwati kwa so ese yensuo na ebra posifo dom ene Forestry Commission kodru ye no won hu sa pump action gun CB makomako enum ana posifo ko hunu yi a ene wakuruchire afai eto obobo makomako aduosonson na eno so aka ho bi ene excavator se miansa ene ne wonam sa kwan no so ahyere ni nyina ya wo kyeresa no ya dansedie ya no kyeresa no kwa nipa benum nam kwati kwa so ena ya ban na ni abre Ghana fo ni abre na ye kasa no wo mu do mo nche kura so dogo bi nu abena kan fanse wo ma kwa kyara mara dwuma ma na je so ya ye anam so nche Forestry Commission fo so akase nipa na ye a wachire wo mo no wo ba sa mara ne wo mo bedi ena ne kine ya dana Ghana ya hunu se anokwa ya wo mara wo mu a ye de eye adwuma ayakwo ensanfofro mu na galamse won sansam ya ho no Gethsemane Presbyterian asafo ye wo achimota wa mabunu ye wo mu no won makeka won ho bom amakoja boa ye den pa won kramata mu ya na nyasam ketoma na ebra na won na monten so na wo ye ya kire placards ahodo kitakata wonom na wo kasa se yeso se kwa betu sai ena kura ya tete se be semfinhia mienu ntam wono ansho maga na nsuo be kwa twe wo maga na mu enam so nti wo mo srapa sa abamu mpanyifo bibia dan sode ensore na na mayemfo munyina manka mo ho momwe na mo nkyere se o maga na no na mu gyaye no ebra na so se ese aba ho ban biem na wo man no agina na so na ebra na emabunu won mo ye o ye kyere wo monte so na waka bibidi agu aban no asumwo no president ya wada Gethsemane Youth People's Guild ano ora atisu one central for edinkomo
pleasure and a dissatisfaction about illegal means of mining, and we are joining together with the national YPG, and we want to register that dissatisfaction. We are not happy. We are not happy. As young people, we are the future, and the future that is being built for us with the water bodies and the lands are being destroyed by this illegal means of mining. I mean, it's just been a year where the government has passed a legislative instrument giving about 22% of our forest areas to mining. We don't have a problem with that. But if you are giving it out, we should check the means of the mining. The illegal means is destroying the water bodies. It is destroying our lands. So when we grow up as young people, what are we going to do? Which lands? Which water bodies? We can't stay in Accra and say that we are not being affected. The reason why we are in Accra but we are supporting it is that we are getting our water source from all these places where the mining is ongoing. And then it comes down to us here in Accra. So everything we are affected. So together with the YPG and in conjunction with Arocha Ghana, we want to say that no to illegal mining. We are not happy, and this is not a fight against any government or any individual. This is a fight against the illegal means of the mining. We are not happy, and the youth of this country are not happy, and something has to be done about it. The chiefs, the individuals, and then the government, those who speak, and it goes far. They should put in a word that we are not happy, and Presbyterian youth are not happy, and this is how we are registering.
I was here where a year Presby as a 4 year a war and Cramantemu. Anna yate one kind of president ya wodi mabunu wani mu ewo honom ora atiso nene ana yakoti ye no na yakọ Asampu electoral area assembly member yo wonom no wanche kropo no mu bono mantamu wonmonyafo Kurina James ana wode atodwa atrose nyame no kwasem ni wonom kwan atete apropan Sompa akwakwa sagalamsa mana no amabese mfinhia enum ntamu woni no ne papi no wanam galamse so atina no wonse do a arawosem ne se munnum aya ema pemfo ya nka womoje na wo ebi so kwampa ya nkoda ya na wono ya deda wuso ye de wono kwa yaresabia sanka wono kwa betwe kitakita wono na so enam se wono kwa dete apropa nsam nti moto ya de wono tena so kwa yi wono gu yi a sankoda ne nyina ne abatan wono ati na no ewo ense do enam sa ya so ntene wono fa akwanya iso na won masibribi dia kire mampanyi nado ampanyi fo ka bi wom se na dawro mo wanchi so ka kuro no ho aka o maga na ho bi enchemo no mo won mo kwan ho nsam yantumi anya bribi amfa ho abra won manyafo ne nsamtwofo ebonkomo no ensam sei en wadi tuja
aroba tempu ye say your community is very heavy e ko mane nya tempu ye say na emma omukwa wo so a enam say ye fine nature of the good enye ntino ya hwere emma ba na ti ma hwere omukwa e wo sa road ni so ena influence a ya ti ma hwere omu enam say fine enye ntino eno so ba 7 na no so ya eden ya hwere omu ndu ko mu nya boma na akoye 12
Awukane nyina bomu na akwakoye dumi no warrior assembly member ya wa Asampu electoral area eno ewo wanchi koponi mu buno mantamu awosiade da yakoso ya anipitri aha na yagina ne yeden nsam nyina asie aseda akode ma 21st clinic wose warrior the sciatica expert pa oto asentini ya atwe wade apa wona amoromu no hworo sa obekọ 21st clinic won makache na dokotafo ahwe wabene ye papa anya semkuma yanka anadaw frampanyfo ai na ene wonmo ni nkomo e was 0540 311311 0540 311311 mezo ane 5G so aka ho bi wo pa no de ahoden wom na tia pogena na so a aya mezo ne 5G o ana fofie no an ye dede ye word an engagement outdoor na hodo ya hekọ ye no na mezo ane 5G so aka ho bi hwe no se bi mpa ho wabafra no wo fie no wo kosuku anu yi ba ko ade ama no kwa wotumi anonom na wanya pomde pa de frim 0246 270221 0246 270221 Express Group niye yase ade wo to kwan ahe na apese okọ Canada US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Germany. Ninyina no da womo abem. Sa wobetumi aboa wo ye papa panyasem ketuoma. Komasia wasa for labor runabout. Afran kran so be won ye ewo Kaneshi First Light. Fire was 0249 000448 0249 000448 through Herbal Center and the 3 core capsules and so attire chie. I go master drew. It Mrs. Yadia. I am Tim na fe koko no wankasa emu. Abusonya bia ya boa pa. Kwa dwama so kwalena keba. Don Heba Mr. Nia Pedank on Sabaka bi. Anasa Fry. I was 0546 107 107 0546 107 107. Asada kwa diamaku kwa Veronica Jando. Afeya kosia somwa Grace Buzi and Naura Santia Boa Benedict Reverend Michael Happy munyina ya damwase efidida monso na kwasie Mr. China and adia koye ya wadombo ay ma Facebook na ya dinyina social media no so yetumi di etwagu ho no menso ambetena second kind sami adema wo no medi ene okosia ajewa kwade boaten ya so ko apomde monsam ohene yere maame ya boa asiama adeto aso
Siatica expert siatica no o nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia besi ase ho no